how many years did you work for the NYPD?
A little shy of 32 years.
Wow.
Well, long run, I tell you, man. I just look back at the last week. You know, last week was tough. Like walking around, like people saying you're leaving, like you want to break down a crowd, like ooh.
Yeah.
And then it just hits you. You walk on a door, you're free. I wanted to go out quietly, and the commissioner honored that, and she was great about it. And it's on to the next chapter, man. And for the cops and the people that work for me in the city, they're going to be just fine. Right, Sid? They're going to be just fine.
Oh, they'll be great. I mean, you don't replace a guy like you, to be honest. You don't, but they'll be great. You remember your first day on the job?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Labor Day 1994, 6-7 precinct. My dumb ass parked around the block from the precinct. I walked the block. I was the dumbest guy you could ever see.
Is that Brooklyn?
That's Brooklyn, East Flatbush.
East Flatbush.
I was the precinct where you had the veal parmesan in the cells. It's not too far away.
Oh, right there.
Yeah.
By Brooklyn College.
That's a 7-0 precinct. I was 6-7.
But they were close.
Where were you, in the 6-3 precinct or 7-0 precinct?
Do you think I know the name of the precinct? All I know is
you had veal parmesan in the cells.
Well, I did. What happened was the desk sergeant was so angry that the two cops who brought me there, he said, go to, it was, what's the name of that place in Mill Basin? Villa?
Oh, Villa? No. Yeah, I know. I've been there.
Yeah, La Villa. And I was the first guy ever to enjoy chicken parmesan in my jail cell.
Back in the day, Death Sergeant would have said.
The good old days.
Back in the day, Death Sergeant, take the cuffs off him, send him on his way.
I walked up to the desk sergeant, and he goes, what do you think about the Mets? I go, excuse me? I knew I was in good shape at that point. So when you first started working, did you ever get any physical? Remember the first time you got into any physical scuff, or where you had to beat somebody up, or somebody beat you up, or you had to kill somebody? When was that?
This is a true story.
Yeah.
I worked with two guys.
By the way, Stephanie is enjoying this because she has no idea about any of this stuff.
No, this is all news stuff. Just smile over there, sweetheart. All right. So this is true. The first day out in the job, I was a rookie in the backseat with two guys. Right, the radio's going off, jobs going on. I'm like, oh, we're gonna go to some jobs. We went to the diner.
That was it.
We went to the diner. I'm sitting there, and then we leave the diner, and they give him some finals back. I'm like, yeah, but we didn't go there. But the first official job
was at the diner.
We went to the diner for little eggs and bacon, but
right.
The first official job was a man with a gun.
Oh wow!
On Rogers Avenue, and Lenox Road, and I walked into the building, and I had my gun out of my holster. I don't know what the hell I was going to do.
You were nervous.
Oh, I was nervous, but nothing happened. And the rest is history. I'm involved.
What year was that again?
1994.
Okay, 84. So
94.
94. So you came along long after the really bad days in New York, the 70s, the 80s, the Giuliani days. So what we've been experiencing the last couple of years, especially with the pro-Hamas animals running the streets up and down. I know you get called late on a Saturday night to go to Bay Ridge or any one of these places. The last couple of years was a real challenge for you, yes?
The whole world changed. Bail reform, protest, migrants, political rhetoric, ideology. It just came full circle. And we're down 1,000 cops, and we're out there doing what we can do. We did. We turned the city around a little bit, but I'm scared about the future. I'm not going to lie.
You are scared?
Absolutely.
Let me get to that. Before I do, Steph, were you nervous that he may not come home? God forbid. He may not come home one night. We've seen a lot of those incidents the last couple of years.
Absolutely.
I
used to listen to a police radio sometimes at night just to hear his voice when I knew that he would be on the radio to make me feel better. I would refresh the news constantly to make sure nothing was going on. So.
Yes, I was never on the news, Sid. You never saw me on the news.
No, but when I see, I got to know, for example, Lisa Twillo very well. Her husband, Paul, was killed. She's getting married to Mike Vandenberg, my buddy, which is very, very cool. She's remarrying. Or Stephanie Diller. You know these women very, very well. And you have to thank God that you didn't end up in the same spot.
Absolutely, because I have gotten the phone calls where he's being rushed to the hospital for something. He got hit by a car. He broke his ankle.
Oh.
So those are scary, obviously.
Was that after the bar or before the bar?
No comments.
I said I'd be in the back of the ambulance going, I love you, baby.
What do you mean you got hit by a car? What happened there?
Oh, please.
Oh, God. I remember on the FDR, I got run over by a freaking dirt bike.
No.
Traffic was backed up, and I ran me over, and I was so annoyed because he ran me over. But then I just had brand new pants. I had $40, and I ripped them. My knee was killing me.
And then I'm
And then
home waiting.
And the guy got tased on the bike. He went down like a hot box of rocks.
Yeah.
People are cheering out the car.
Of course.
And a couple fishermen guy come over and they go, "Hey, you're the guy from Instagram." So my knee is bleeding. Traffic's backed up for a mile. I got a guy with tasers on the floor.
Yeah.
And I'm
I-
waiting home thinking he's coming home for dinner. And then all of a sudden I look up at the news. I'm like, I guess he's
not
not
coming
coming
home
home
for dinner.
now.
Yeah.
And then the fisherman guys come over. I'm hugging him like, "That's a guy from Instagram." I'm on the railing. People are clapping. I go, I got to retire soon.
Well, how long ago was this?
That was
2 years
that was
ago?
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
I was assaulted by a 500-pound dirt bike, and of course the DA knocked it down to assault 3. That is the story.
That is
you want
the
to know why
story.
cops get assaulted?
Yeah.
Because the DAs don't do much about cop assaults.
Well, you know about that.
And
you know about
whatever,
that.
man. It's
So when did you decide that it was going to... I guess, let me rephrase it. If Eric Adams, would have stayed in the race and won and served a second term, would you be a civilian today or still the chief of department?
no, I still be chief of department. I would have stayed. I would have got us off to another great start with who's that guy out in Long Island? Oh, Batman. I would mean Batman and
Kaz Daughtry?
yes, Kaz. We would have stayed, but listen, things happen for a reason.
Wait, so he's leaving too?
He'll probably be departing at the end of the year,
yeah.
and on to bigger and better things. But yeah, we would have stayed. But listen, I'm tired, man. Even with Eric, who was fantastic, I was exhausted, man.
You were tired.
was
No, you were tired.
I was
But
tired.
you were aggravated too. I mean, the one thing about you and the reason why you and I get along so well is you're an honest guy, and you do love this city, and you do know about the politics, and you've even said a couple of times this morning, despite loving your brothers and sisters in service, that you're worried about the future of this city. So I think you just maybe grew a little tired of what was going on here.
I've had a front row seat to the politics, and it sucks.
It sucks.
Some of these people just.
Well, you said the last couple of weeks that you were going to bestow this honor on me, and you're a man of your word.
I did. I went radio silent. Everyone's calling me, news reporters.
I
I
know.
went silent. I go, I can't. I'm loyal to Sid.
You did do that, and you were, even though Chris Sommerfeld wrote about it a couple of days ago in the Times and the Post. But you did say to me that you were not going to hesitate to take out a couple of people by name. Now, I know Stephanie's not happy about that.
Listen, you ask me a question, I'll answer it. And
You want to take 1 or 2 parting shots at individuals on the way out?
not individuals. I think some of the print media in the city is totally unfair. They don't do their homework. You look at everything they write about. I mean, they regurgitate the same 3 things. Oh, he was mean to me on social media. Who cares? So I slapped you in the head. Relax, right? But they don't talk about the career. They don't talk about my community prowess. They don't talk about my 3 commands, tough commands. They just talk about the same 3 subjects, and they push me. Oh, can we get a comment here? Here's my comment. Beat it. That's my comment.
That's it.
You know, and
So the Daily News or the Post or the Times calls you today for a comment, you can tell them to beat it.
it depends. It depends who it is. Listen, there's some good people in print media, and there's other people that they're garbage.
Right.
They're garbage,
Right.
and they know who they are.
So are those the people you're most angry with, the print media?
I'm not angry. They've been hitting me for years.
Yeah.
With the same stupid stories over and over. Oh, he was mean to me. Oh, please. Stop.
Were you?
Yeah, listen, I have a picture framed on my wall. It's great. You're going to love this. She laughs. I got a picture from the U.S. Congress, and signed by like 25, 30 Congress people and local people, telling Adams that I was sending a letter I should be fired, that I was undemocratic, illegal.
A threat.
This is my social media. And I was going to write back, and I think she stopped me from pressing send.
Yes.
I was
you did.
going to. This was my
More than once I've stopped
This was my response to the letter. I was going to write contents noted, but since we're being so serious, can you resend the letter? I am the chief patrol, not the chief of department.
Wow.
And please, if you're going to have a letter sent to me, call me that undemocratic, illegal, and dangerous. You shouldn't have a guy who pulled a fire alarm during a congressional hearing sign his piece of paper. Just saying.
And that guy has been promised a big position by Mom Donnie. That guy you're talking about, Jamal Bowman, that's who you're talking about, who my friend Mike Wallerby, he's been promised a position. But I tell you what, talking about the media, you went out to Trump's course this summer, you and Kaz. And you didn't even play golf, by the way. You just showed up with a shirt on.
They said, so I teased that very well. Everybody's, oh, you're playing golf? I go, no, I was driving a golf cart for 3 holes. But the media says, oh, he was in hot water for playing golf. Oh, number one, I wasn't playing golf.
Right.
Number 2, who's hot water?
Nobody's. But they were more angry that you were just hanging out with Trump because You know, you work for a Democrat mayor. You work at the NYPD in a Democrat city. And how could John Shell and Kaz Daughtry hang out with the greatest president in our country's history? How could you do that?
Oh, right. But if it was Joe Biden, and I tucked if it was Joe Biden, I tucked him in bed at night. They were like, "Oh, that was great." Oh, well, can you tell me what he said? I mean, oh, please. When Kaz and I took that photo, we knew when we pushed send, it was going to send a firestorm.
You knew it.
It was great. We love. I had a good way of setting things in motion.
Yeah.
And hook, line, and sinker all the time, every time.
It works every time.
Oh, the phone ring. What were you doing down there? I was driving a golf cart.
Driving a golf cart. So who do you think deserves a Nobel Peace Prize more? President Trump, I know you love him, for what he's done here with the Israel-Hamas situation, or you for serving this city for 32 years?
Or me for dealing with
Or
it.
Stephanie, that's right. Let's give it to Stephanie.
She. I don't know how my wife puts up with me. She doesn't sleep in the same room half the time. She thinks I'm a frat boy. She can't watch.
Well, after one night when I woke up at 2 a.m. and he was having a FaceTime call with Kaz and the mayor, I was like, I don't think I want to be
When
in
I was
this
playing
room
Gladiator
anymore.
for the 95th time.
Yeah. Was he dressed
Or
at least?
Braveheart.
Was he dressed?
He had a T-shirt on.
That's it?
Yeah, obviously he was under the
Steph,
covers.
yes, you're on live radio. You're going down. Don't let Sid do this to you. He wants to get me naked.
Right. Of course. I could just see Somerville's headline tomorrow. In bed naked, Shell and Daughtry. They're closer than we thought.
That's right. Like they call me like, oh, you want to give a comment? Yeah, whatever I say, you're not going to print anyway.
No, of course.
Although they say it's another weird. Remember, I was in Newsmax.
Yes.
He was in Madison Square Garden, Newsmax uniform. Yeah, I was, because I was running that detail of 5,000 people, so you wouldn't get your ass kicked if we went outside.
Exactly.
Oh, and I did 10 interviews that same day in uniform with left-leaning outlets to talk about security, but they won't say that part.
No,
he was in Newsmax. They're so full of shit.
I know, they're garbage.
What are the curse words I can say again? I forgot.
You can say prick. You can say scumbag. They don't like when you say asshole. Just let me say it. And you can say Democrat. That's a horrible word. That's the worst of all. We talked about the picture, obviously, with Kaz. And let's talk about your bosses. Right now, Jessica Tisch is your boss. And my friend Delaney's listening right now. I know you like Jessica. You guys worked very well together. But you probably didn't like all of your commissioners. So who's the one you didn't like?
Thanks.
You never liked that, did
no,
you?
Look, first of all, Commissioner Tisch, one of a kind. She is, her and I shared a lot of things in common. We thought the same way. We didn't agree on everything all the time, but in the police business...
in fact, you disagreed quite a bit.
Yeah, we did, but here's the thing. In our police business, she's the boss. I'm not. And if I don't like it, you can hit the road. I'm the boss. So, listen, she did a good job. She knows what she's doing. She's tough. She's funny. She's hilarious.
Yeah.
And she's doing a good job, and I wish her the best luck. All the commissioners, I mean, they're all,
How many
one's
you work for?
one's got a lawsuit against me, so I cannot speak about.
Is that Eddie?
No, not Eddie. Eddie was
Who's
the
getting
best.
sued? You're talking about him. He
So
shot for like 10 minutes.
Eddie Caban, the reason I loved Eddie, because he was such a nice guy. He was so humble. He understood where his strengths were and his weaknesses, and he didn't pretend to be good at the weaknesses.
I love Eddie.
And he relied on our team. So
I like that.
Eddie was the best.
He was. It wasn't his fault that his family got him into trouble, but he was a good guy.
That remains to be seen. That'll play out, but I always wish Eddie the best.
How did you do with people like Dermot? You know what I really loved was Keyshawn Sewell. But you never liked her, so
no, not that I didn't like her. She was elegant. She looked the part. She was the part. She spoke very well.
Yeah.
And quite frankly, if she trusted in me and our team, she'd probably still be around.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, but she picked a different. I think she listened to the wrong people.
But in all fairness, I don't want to get too deep into the weeds here, but she called out Jeff Madry, and she turned out to be right. You and I have had laughs about Jeff Madry, what's on the office floor there, and she took a beating for that. She was in the right in that spot, was she not?
No, there was a lot more. In fairness to Jeff, there was a lot more to that video. He wasn't supposed to get a CCRB. Another bunch of, we'll talk about CCRB in a moment. He wasn't supposed to even get a CCRB. There was video contradicting our whole story, but he never got a chance to put it up because his whole complaint got thrown out because it wasn't supposed to be a complaint. So, that's neither here nor there. And, the next commissioner I can't speak about because he has a lawsuit against me.
Is that right?
Yeah.
The older guy you're talking about.
Yeah, so I really can't.
I saw his wife by Gracie Mansion. He served for like 2 weeks, that guy. I'd like to see Commissioner one day, honestly. If Jessica Tisch doesn't want it, I think Mike Kemper would be a good police commissioner. You get along with Mike?
I get along with Mike. Yeah, he runs around the subways now. But my favorite movie was.
Which one?
Weekend at Bernie's.
Why?
It just describes a certain person in my life.
I got
from the past. Weekend at Bernie's. I'll leave it at that. Allegedly.
Oh my God, you are funny. What will you miss the most, and what will you miss the least about that job?
I'll miss my team, my office. I'll miss my drivers because they took care of me in every sense of the word.
You don't get to keep them?
They are the best.
They're going
These
into.
guys are the best.
They are great, but they're gone now. That's it. Once you become a civilian, you don't get.
They're going to get a job now because driving me wasn't a job; it was an adventure. They actually have to go work now. If these guys wrote a book about me, oh my goodness,
right.
I mean some hot water.
Well, just tell me that when you're dead.
So I'll miss the guys. I'll miss being out in the street. I'll just miss New York City. A beautiful fall morning doing that.
Are you moving?
No. I'm staying out.
But you're not going to come into the city ever because it's too dangerous, even for a former cop.
I got 2 guns. I'm ready to rock.
Well, you get to keep all that stuff, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, this is great.
I got more rights than I do as a cop.
Yeah. But what will you miss the least? What will you not miss, I should say?
Just the complete BS all the time, the politics of things, sometimes having to say things I didn't, I know I had to say but didn't want to say.
Yeah.
I feel this free right now. I feel free. And I honestly think this, I think I can be more help to the NYPD outside the NYPD than in the NYPD.
Stephanie, now, why are you shaking your head? Yes. Why?
Because I just feel that now he can have a real voice of his own.
Right. And not be afraid.
And he has a voice.
Oh, he's got a big voice. Are you, you don't like Mamdani. I mean, if you would have stayed on and Mamdani would have won, would you quit?
Look, the rhetoric, he's got to apologize to the NYPD. He said some pretty harsh things about us, and it's on the record.
Yeah.
I mean, and I take offense to that. But I tell you what, you want to endear yourself, and this is for all the candidates, you want to endear yourself to the NYPD, if you got to say sorry, say sorry. We all mess up, right? Pay them. This department, you want to win the election? You want to get the PBA's endorsement to have this? You make them the highest paid cops in the nation. They deserve it. I haven't heard one candidate talk about their pay.
Not one.
They're out of contract. Don't make them wait 5 years for their paycheck. Cut a couple of steps off.
I agree with you.
All right?
Get it done now. Look how hard we had to work to get the Vinnie Vallalong's deal done for the sergeants.
You don't need 5,000 cops. We need 10,000 cops.
Agreed.
No little secret that I'm talking about? In January, 4,000 cops, now it's 3,999 because I left, can leave. 4,000 cops can walk out the door in January.
So what's the number going to be, like 30,000?
Well, if you ask, are you guys maintaining this? Because you got to listen to what people say. I'm going to maintain the police levels. What level are you talking about?
How?
Well, that's the thing.
You're not going to be able to.
You got a heart. You want to get 10,000 cops, make the college credit 0.
Yeah.
Make them the highest paid in the nation. Don't make them wait 5 years for their pay. Treat them accordingly.
Yeah.
You'll have thousands of young men and women from the city who will pour in. Then you got a bigger pool. Then you could set the standards. Go run 2 miles. If you can't make it, you're out of this job.
So all the things you talked about missing, you never mentioned that you would miss working with Kaz, or is that overstated, your friendship? I mean, you don't really like him. Let's be honest.
Look, I love Batman.
You do love him?
Kaz really was an integral part of me getting the chief patrol.
He was?
The mayor trusted me, but Kaz was also guiding me behind the scenes.
So Kaz loves you, right?
Yeah, Kaz and I, we're forever. And people love us and hate us, but we didn't care.
Let's find out whether or not Kaz loves you. Kaz Dorchi, how are you, buddy?
You know what, Sid? Thank you so much for mentioning me, Sid. I'm sitting here punching a hole in the wall, and John not even once mentioned my name. I was getting to. I said I don't refer to you as Kaz.
We love you, Kaz.
I said Batman 10 minutes ago.
I love you too, Stephanie. Thank you so much. You know what, Sid? When you were going to chime me in, I was going to tell your guy to get ready to hit the button. I goes, beep, because I would say, John, you didn't mention my name.
Did I mention Batman?
You did say Batman.
I
called
yes,
you, on the show, you were Batman. You're the one who's
true. That's true. So, Kaz, what is John retiring today? What does that mean to you and, quite frankly, the whole NYPD?
It's not easy to say goodbye to a great leader like, Chief John Shell, someone who led with courage, compassion, conviction every single day, Sid. From late-night operations that I remember we were doing with the CRT teams to rolling into early morning roll calls, Chief John Shell, he always showed up, not just for the job, but for the people he believed in the officers that he empowered in his team. He reminded us what leadership means. Being present, accountable, and also like a human being. Chief John Shell, and I'm speaking from the heart here, made this city safer for the people around and made it better on behalf of the entire 8.5 million New Yorkers. If they loved him, they can't take away John's work ethic, and he did definitely attribute to the seven straight quarters decrease in crime. So John, congratulations to you and your family, and on your retirement. You're going to be missed, buddy. You are going to be missed.
Yes.
You're crying. Yeah, oh my God, I can't believe this.
John,
I never thought you'd cry.
This is exactly why he's Robin and I'm Batman.
I guess. Yeah, big tough Irish cop. What? Let me ask you. What was it about what Kaz just said? That brought tears to your eyes. You can. By the way, you're not any less of a tough guy when you cry. It's 30-something years. You just had your best friend say something beautiful.
They've had a very special relationship.
Yeah.
I'm going to cry too.
You're crying too.
Kaz and his family are our family. All these guys are our family.
That was like a Jerry Maguire moment. He had me at hello.
Right away, your eyes started to well up.
My wife is even getting dressed to work. She's even here crying too.
Nah, listen, we banged it out there. There's things we got involved in that we probably won't tell our wives. There's things we put ourselves in harm's way. We went to bat for the city, and there it is.
Wow, that was a beautiful moment. I'm serious.
I'm gonna get destroyed for this. Oh no, man. Social media. We're on the flag. I'm gonna press send. Screw this person. Pink. I press send to get a phone call.
Hey, Kaz,
did you just send that? I did.
Yes, Kaz. The good news is when you retire, not long after. Now, not that he retired, we'll bring you in here. We'll do the same thing, and he'll make you cry. How about that?
He will, but you know what, Sid? I make a promise to you. What's coming? I'm going to announce it on your show.
My guys.
Oh, let's see.
My guys.
Hey, let's tease that. What is coming there, Kazzy? Where are you going to be? He's going to be on Air Force 3. Air Force 3 is coming in hot.
Oh, my God.
Oh, it's too funny,
That's great. Kaz, thank you for calling in. We love you also. You and John. I love you. I love both you guys. You're a great guy, a stand-up cop, and thank you so much for calling in. That was really great. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Love you too.
I'll call you later, brother.
He made you cry. That was
right,
great.
man.
All right.
It's tough, man.
Listen, it's a lot of years. And Stephanie was crying, and Lou was even crying.
Lou, you crying?
Never cries. Last time he cried was when the Islanders won the Stanley Cup in 1984.
No, actually, it was last season when they won nothing.
1984. Mike Bossy, Brian Trotter.
That's right. So we're going to do this again. We'll get you back because you're very entertaining and a very important part of this city. You're part of the fabric of the city. We got to run. So what are the parting words, John, to the people of New York? I know you cried already. So
No.
What are your parting words?
Parting words, just, stand tall, go about your day. The police department still has you. I'll be watching. To my cops out there, work hard. Keep moving. It's good.
That's a great message. We love you, John Shell. Congratulations. You had a great career. And what are you going to do next?
I think I'm gonna invest in Casamigos. I gotta go. But can I give a plug to my favorite bar? Well, my favorite bar in Staten Island.
Yeah.
I'm a Pippins and Chadwick's guy in Bay Ridge, but I'm
and Salty Dog.
But Joyce's.
Joyce's?
Yes, Joe O'Toole. He's going to sell me a bar stool. Think of having a bar, you buy a season ticket to a bar stool. When you're not there, anyone can use it.
Right.
But when you walk in, you got to get off my chair.
Please get him a job.
I have a job.
See, Stephanie is like, if you don't get him a job, he's going to be at Joyce's 18 hours a day.
They're going to sell me a bar stool, and it's going to say John Shell on it.
So you're going to be basically George Wendt the rest of your life.
No. All kidding aside, no. It's great places to have a conversation.
Joyce's,
but
okay.
I got numerous media offers. I'm opening up my own company.
Really?
I have so many things I have to address in terms of my next future. I'm going to be real busy.
I would think that media, all kidding aside, because you're great on this show and I've seen you on television. You're very good. You do your best work here, just so you know. But you're very good. I would think this is a real possibility for you. You're great at it.
I'm gonna be a voice in the city. I really am, and I'm gonna be me, and no one can tell me what to say anymore.
Isn't that great?
So I'm gonna be thoughtful. So Commissioner Tisch. One of the words she taught me, and I love how you use it, is thoughtful. Be thoughtful in what you say, and I really listen. So be thoughtful, be critical, be supportive, be funny, and every once in a while, I'll smack someone. Because that's the Brooklyn thing, man.
That's
my
right.
friends. So my friend Glenn, Kevin, Double J, Sean, Tommy. You had to know how to handle yourself. You had to respond and quick, or you got destroyed. So I think my wittiness came from there. I only got an 8 on my SAT, so I can't even spell.
I didn't do much better, trust me.
But I could. We can have a little verbal banter back
That's
and
right.
forth.
And we could always smack somebody.
Literally. Maybe I'll take a D. Maybe I'll take a DAT. It's only misdemeanor. Right? You know what I'll do? I might smack somebody and go into the jail cell and say, "I heard chicken parmesan is on the Sid had chicken parmesan. I want meatball parmesan."
Oh, God. That's funny. It could happen. It could happen. That's a great John Shell, everybody, the former chief
I
of
need my
patrol
song
and chief
now.
of
I need my
department. Come